Hi everyone, for today's video I am going to be doing a get ready with me, and I'm actually going to be getting ready to do something. So yeah, it's like my first one in a really long time. Like probably 3 months where I'm actually like getting ready to go somewhere and do something. I'm going to start out by using the Revlon Prime Plus Mattifying Plus Pore Reducing Primer. I really like this primer because unlike other mattifying primers, this one feels a bit more tacky. I feel like other mattifying primers, they end up being really slippy and silicone-y. I know some people like to stay away from like silicone primers. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the Stay Naked from Urban Decay, and this is in the shade 41NN. And I'm also going to mix it in with my NARS Tinted Moisturizer. So yeah, I am going to go on a double date. I'm going with my boyfriend, obviously, and then he has a friend, his name is Josh, and he just got a new girlfriend, so I'm going to be meeting her. I'm quite excited. I like meeting new people, but like in small groups, so this is perfect. But yeah, Justin's friend asked if we wanted to go out, and I told him that the only way we would be doing something all together is if there was outdoor seating. Yeah, that was the one requirement that I made because I'm just not ready to sit in a restaurant right now. Like, I'm just not ready. There are some restaurants in my area that are still for takeout only, but there are some restaurants that have their full restaurant open or limited dine-in, but I'm just not ready. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? I do bet it's different by state. In North Carolina, it's pretty much running as if we don't have like any, like nothing's going on. For my concealer, I'm going to be using the Oma Beauty Woke Concealer, Stay Woke, and this is Honey Tea 2. But in North Carolina, everyone's kind of acting as if there isn't a global pandemic. But my neighbor, he works in a hospital. Like I don't know what he does in the hospital, but he works for a hospital. And he said that their sickest patient there right now is a 24-year-old with no pre-existing health conditions, and that just seriously worries me. Like, I am 23, that could literally be me. But also it's just hard when like everyone around you is living their life like normal, so then I feel pressured that I should be as well. But anytime I have been out, I've been very careful, limited like touching things, using my shirt to open things when I need, obviously wearing a mask. But I go out in public and there's people who aren't wearing a mask. Like, how selfish can you be? Is like how I'm feeling about that. I know there's some people that just don't believe it, especially in the area that I live in, but also, just out of respect for other people who do believe that it is serious, I feel you should be wearing a mask. I don't know, it's considerate. So I just picked up this new powder. It's not new, but it's new to me, and it is from Pure. It's the translucent loose setting powder. My friend Anna, she sent me like a TikTok video of people's favorite Ulta purchases or just something like that, and the girl said that this is her favorite powder and it smells like cupcakes, and I've just like overlooked it. Like in my year of working there, I've just like overlooked this powder, so I wanted to try it. It doesn't smell that much like cupcakes. Like, I'm not that impressed by the smell. I really hope that it doesn't leave a white cast just because I'm going out. I'm gonna set my face like that, and I'm going to go in with a different powder really quick, a controversial one, so I'm not going to say which one, but that's what I'm going to use to bake underneath my eyes because unfortunately it's like the best powder ever. Like, it's the best powder that money can buy, but I really don't want to support the brand on my channel, and this powder actually does smell good, and unfortunately I do have a backup of it. So I'm gonna have to go through it. I'm not going to be wasteful and throw it away. Like, that's just stupid. I don't want you guys to think that I support the brand, and I don't want you guys to like go out and buy it and support the brand. So I'm going to start filling in my brows, and I'm using the Anastasia brow powder in Ebony. But yeah, my work opened up, Ulta opened up, but they're only staffing the lead cashiers and the managers, which I am neither of those. But I'm afraid that they're going to call me and like I'm not gonna be ready to come back. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to return to society. One, because I'm still worried, like I'm still scared there's no vaccine for COVID, and two, just like my own issues, like my own insecurities and anxieties. I've been really relaxed being home, and I love being home because, you know, what I fear the most has like a lot to do with my family and like just issues with that. But in quarantine, you know, I didn't have to worry about anybody. I didn't have to worry about like where my family was. It was just good. We were all together. Like obviously if I had the choice of there to not be a global pandemic, I'd choose that, but it was really nice these past 3 months just being with my family and just enjoying everyone and eating all of my meals at home, being able to hang out with my sister every day, being able to see my brother every day. But I also just think this confirmed that I am 100% a homebody. Like I don't need to be around people to feel fulfilled. I mean, aside from like my boyfriend and my family, and I do obviously love my friends, but I like don't need to be with people all the time. So yeah, I guess that just confirmed that character trait of mine, that I just like being home. I love being home. Brows are not looking too good. I kind of wish I just used a brow pencil and not brow powder, but oh well, can't go back now. So yeah, let me know if you guys are kind of feeling the same way, like you almost enjoyed being quarantined and like stuck at home, or you are feeling like a little bit nervous to return back to normal. I don't know. Just let me know. I'm curious to see how you guys feel, and even if you guys have like a totally different, like you guys feel totally different from me, like you like want to get back out there so bad, like let me know. I'm just curious. I love reading everyone's comments. Speaking about comments, I have loved reading your comments on my new video, the Alma Beauty video, the full face of Alma Beauty video, where I just talked about Black Lives Matter and the movement and why it's important and how it affects our beauty community, all that kind of stuff. Reading your comments on that has been super amazing. I've been very much enjoying doing that and responding to you guys. You guys have amazing like insight, and reading about how what I've been sharing on like Instagram has been really helpful to you guys, and just explaining things to your families. I think that's amazing, like seriously so amazing. I actually pulled out my old MAC palette. I have a few like MAC individuals, but this is the palette that I put like all my favorites in. I'm going to go in with MAC Saddle, but I even had a comment this morning and the girl was asking if I could explain how the movement, how the Black Lives Matter movement would affect education, because she really would love to explain to her family how the movement kind of would change education in Black communities and just underprivileged communities. And even being able to just explain that, help explain that for her family to better understand. Like everyone who's out here educating like their community, their families, their friends, that's so important. This movement is literally going to make changes. We have the ability to change shit, and that is crazy. Doesn't that just make you feel so empowered to keep going? I know it does for me. Every day, the more I'm learning, the more statistics that are being shared on my Instagram, just everything that I'm learning, everything that I'm seeing, I'm feeling more empowered than ever to keep this movement going, keep the momentum going, and like get change to actually come. I'm going to go in with brown script on a smaller brush. I also find the whole thing very fascinating. I think the fact that we are living in this time right now is crazy. Like this is history that is being made. Apparently Black Lives Matter has been the most effective social movement ever, and this is just the beginning. It's only lasted a couple of weeks. Imagine how far we can get if we just keep going. Like it's gonna be crazy. I know change can be scary for people. It's scary for me, but the more I learn about it and the more I see how this is going to just better our communities, better America, and better the world is gonna be just absolutely amazing. I even got a message from one of my Indian subscribers, and she messaged me on Instagram. She was just wanting to know a little bit more about the protest and the looting, and just like wanted to confirm some things that she saw in the media and get my opinions on things. And I'm totally open to discussion with all of you guys. Having these conversations are important. I see the value in them, and ask away. Ask your questions. I will answer them to the best of my ability, or refer you to people or resources that can help you better. But she was telling me in India how they have very, very deep-rooted racism in their country, and I just keep imagining like how amazing would it be if America was the inspiration to start up change all over the world. You know, racism is not unique to America. All eyes are on us right now because of how poorly we are handling COVID, and also the Black Lives Matter movement is very powerful. Imagine if citizens from other countries are looking at America and getting inspired to see change within their own country. Like, this is just going to be such a powerful movement, and we have to keep going. So I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place palette. This is the Warrior 2 palette. It's like a matte, a staple. I think this palette is so beautiful. I'm going to go in with this deep, deep brown, and I just want to use it as my shadow liner. Seriously, it is so fascinating to be learning right now, just learning. Like, it's so cool. I mean, the things that I'm learning are horrible. The statistics are horrible, but it's, you know, the more knowledge I have is just fueling my desire to see change in my communities and in my country. So the more knowledge we have, the more powerful we'll be, and the faster we'll see change. I promise you that. But yeah, if you aren't already, definitely go ahead and follow my Instagram. I am pretty frequently, like all day, sharing stuff on my story, sharing statistics, sharing videos. It is the time to just be a sponge and learn all that you can, and be open to learning about people's stories, be open to new ideas. It is the time. It is the time. I'm going to use this MAC shade called Arena, and I'm going to be pressing it on my eyelid, just like a basic all over lid color. Yeah, that's what I wanted. But even the idea of defunding the police, like, me personally, like, when I heard that, like, defunding the police, like, I'm like, that kind of sounds crazy. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what would go into that? What changes would I see? And you have to address things like that with an open mind, because, you know, defunding the police sounds scary, but we have to grab people's attention. Like, we have to grab people's attention. And when you look into what that means, I don't see it as a scary change. I see it as a necessary change. I'm going in with this shade right here. It's called Rice Paper, and I'm just putting rice paper in my inner corner. But I can leave a podcast down below that kind of explains it. It's only 25 minutes long. It's pretty informative, pretty insightful if you are, you know, not sure about defunding the police. But all over the country, every city is kind of being exposed right now for the amount of funding that goes into our police departments. And it is crazy the amount of money that goes into the police departments compared to all of our other very, very necessary community services like education and healthcare. The police departments get so much more money compared to those things, and it's eye-opening. It truly is eye-opening. So I see it as, maybe if we distribute the funding, distribute the wealth to different areas of the community, we'll see real positive change. We'll see real positive change within our different communities, especially underprivileged areas. It is crazy. Highly recommend you guys watch The 13th on Netflix. That was an amazing documentary that kind of opened my eyes to a lot of our policing and prison system, and yeah, just a lot of stuff that we can be learning right now, you guys. Just keep learning, keep being a sponge, keep asking questions, keep being curious. It's important. It is all very important. And I don't know about you guys, but I am so excited to be living in a time like this. I keep seeing people saying like 2020 is the worst year ever, and yeah, like, we've been through some shit. Like, we've been through a lot these past 6 months of just being in 2020. Like, it's been nonstop craziness, but we are making history right now. And the amount of positive changes that is going to be coming from this movement, 2020 started a revolution. Like, we're just in a revolutionary time, and that's something to be excited about. That's something to feel empowered for. Just applying my mascara. I'm using the Tarte Man-Eater mascara. It's like a big favorite of mine. Sometimes the Tarte Man-Eater doesn't give me the length that I want, so I'm taking my Honest Beauty mascara. You know what I'm going to start doing is I'm actually going to start experimenting with some color. I know that's probably quite shocking to hear. I wasn't going to today though, because I'm meeting someone new for the first time. I have to make a good impression. But I picked up these really cute NYX liners. They're Vivid Brights. I picked up these. I picked it up in a couple other colors too. I picked one up in this pink color and the green color, but I just want to start experimenting with some colorful liner, especially if I'm going to be having to wear a mask. Like, that is one thing. If I do return to Ulta, they do require us to wear masks, which is a nice requirement. I'm going to take some of the Saddle shade again, and I'm taking that on my lower lash line. I'm going to go in with my MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. I really need to bronze up this face right now. I'm feeling very flat. But I want to get your opinion on something. I kind of just like thought about it, but I don't want to... Okay, so I do see it as sort of my duty and responsibility to continue talking about Black Lives Matter, whether that's on YouTube or on my Instagram. But talking about it in every single video, I just don't know. Like, I wouldn't mind talking about it in every single video, but I do know that although we shouldn't escape from what's going on, people do like an escape, you know, just talking about bullshit, like just talking about whatever, just like not talking about anything serious, that sort of thing. But I'm wondering if you guys would like maybe just chatty makeup videos where I talk about what's going on, and I can have my sister kind of help me script it a little bit so that, you know, the information that I'm giving is true information. Obviously, sources would be listed, resources for you guys to learn more, but I'm just learning so much right now. I would love to talk about what defunding the police would look like. I would love to talk about how Black Lives Matter impacts education, because I brushed on that in my last video, but I talked mainly about how it affects our beauty community, which I feel I could talk about even more in another video. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think. It would definitely be like a series, even like a short series where I only do like a couple of videos, but I'll be doing my makeup in the videos, so it'll kind of be like you're watching a makeup video, but it will be packed with like information, which would be kind of cool. We can all learn together. I am by no means claiming that I have all the information or even suggesting that I am super knowledgeable on this topic that I'm really just learning about, but I think it would be fun to learn together and continue the conversation. Like, I want to keep talking about this, and I want you guys to keep being interested, keep being curious, keep learning. Definitely let me know what you guys think, because the comments on my last video where you guys just had questions, and some of you guys even reached out to me and said that you guys hadn't even thought about how Black Lives Matter impacts the beauty community, and it was just like a bit eye-opening, and I'd love to keep that rolling. Like, I want to keep that rolling. I think that we could have open discussions in the comments. It would be a good way for me to continue educating myself so that I can help bring new ideas to you guys. Just something to think about. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'm going to use this Juvia's Place loose powder. It's the Heroine by Juvia's Place. I am like always scared by a loose highlighting powder, but I'm going to use it right now because I am going to be using a matte blush. I also kind of feel like that series would be a really good, not intimidating way of learning more about the movement. I can totally see how this would be an intimidating time to learn new ideas, new concepts, especially because my audience is so young. Like, I have a really young audience. I just think it would be a good idea to, you know, give you guys some thought-provoking material in a very casual, very safe environment while doing something that we're all familiar with, which is makeup. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go in with this Juvia's Place palette. It's the Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette, and it just looks like this. I'm actually going to mix this corally shade in with that pinky shade. That's probably going to be way too pigmented. Going in with a light hand. It's quite bright. I do feel I like my blushes to be a little bit more muted, but oh my god, and I can do a video on how Black Lives Matter would affect environmental changes. A ton of people claim they care about the environment, and if you care about the environment, you should also care about Black Lives Matter. For my lip liner, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Coffee and Kissy lip liner. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of gloss. I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty lip gloss, the one in the glass slipper, so the clear one. And then I recently picked up a couple of items from Beauty Bakery. I'm so excited that I officially own this setting spray. I picked up the foundation and I also got the concealer, but I didn't want to use it today because it's brand new. When I'm like getting ready to go out somewhere, I don't really like to try new things all the time, like when I want to look good, because like what if it doesn't work out and I just like look like a fool all night? However, at work I am constantly spraying this stuff all over my face. This is the Beauty Bakery baking spray. Literally this stuff is so good. I'm so happy that I own it. I just love the nozzle. Like, I love the spray on this. This is what I wish the Morphe setting spray was like, because that setting spray is just, it's just not wet enough. I like my face to be wet. But my camera is blinking red. I've got to go get ready. I'm still like in my pajamas. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that new possible series. Let me know about like names to call the series if we're into the idea. And I'm so happy that I was able to chit chat with you guys, kind of catch up, even though the topics were like not super fun, but it doesn't have to be super fun all the time. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out and getting ready with me and enjoyed the look, even though this is not anything I haven't done before, but whatever. But yeah, if you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I see you next time.